promised $2,000 checks to Americans based off of your tariff revenues. When can
I did do that? When did I do that?
Well, I mean, you're
Yeah, I'm thinking, well, I did 1776 for the military, right?
When will those Americans get those checks?
Well, I am going to. The tariff money is so substantial that's coming in that I'll be able to do 2,000 sometime, I would say, toward the end of the year.
Toward the end of the year, the midterms. Yes, no, Trump, we get it. Yes, you're going to try to pay people off to get them to vote for you, or maybe not, because this is the one thing he has is, oh, I'm really hurt and the polls are bad. Can I cut a check and put my name on it? That's always what he goes to. Often with a lot of dishonesty. The 1776 thing was not new money going to the military. They took it from another fund that the military already would have gotten. So that's just an insane lie. But also it might not happen because he just forgets sometimes. Oh yeah, I did say that I was gonna spend hundreds of billions of dollars paying off people. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe it'll happen now because the reporter reminded him, but Grandpa seems to have forgotten. And just for a second, again, consider what if it had been Joe Biden, who had talked about a stimulus check during COVID and then like utterly forgot about it. And Steve Doocy had to remind him live during an interview. Think about what Fox would say about that. So he doesn't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know what he's already said he's going to do. He does know that he needs help though. And one of the people that apparently he's trying to take some ideas from, I guess, is Elizabeth Warren. So he apparently called her on Monday after she delivered a speech slamming the Democrats for being too cozy with their wealthy donors, which is definitely the case. Glad that she's saying that. She says, I delivered the same message on affordability to him, Trump, directly. I told him that Congress can pass legislation to cap credit card rates if he will actually fight for it. I also urged him to get House Republicans to pass the bipartisan Road to Housing Act, which passed the Senate with unanimous support and would build more housing and lower costs. I don't think that he is going to do that because I don't think he actually wants to increase the housing supply because that would lower probably the price of houses that are already in the market. And they've said that they don't want to do that, or at least Bessent said that they didn't want to do that. So, okay, so screw the housing stuff, screw the $2,000 checks. He just throws that out there to get people excited on Truth Social. He doesn't intend to do any of it. Okay, so now we have the credit card thing, right? Okay, that's good. Cap the credit card interest rates, supposedly. He tweeted that he was going to do that. Please be informed that we will no longer let the American public be ripped off, in quotation marks. So does he think they're being ripped off? Because you put the quotation marks around it when you don't believe it's happening, by capital C credit, capital C card, capital C companies that are charging interest rates of 20 to 30% and even more, blah, 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 blah. And then he just all caps shouts the word affordability because he was told he needs to talk about affordability. And he's such a deranged idiot that he just says the word really loud, like Michael Scott declaring bankruptcy. But anyway, please be informed. That doesn't do it. Does he think that does it? Does he think that the credit cards? Oh yeah, no, I guess that's a regulation now. That's not how that works at all. And I haven't seen news of him like getting all the senators in, like, you guys gotta do this 10%. I made a promise, a sacred promise to the American people, because he doesn't care and he's not gonna do it. It's just a thing that he tweets. Please tell me that you're understanding this pattern. And there's another one. So people are worried about credit cards, they're worried about housing. Okay, so pretend you're gonna do something about that. They're also worried about electricity bills, affordability. So he tweeted this. Under Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, the average American household's monthly capital U utility bills went up massively, over 30%. They also went up in 2025. He's leaving that part off. He says, I never want Americans to pay higher electricity bills because of data centers. Therefore, my administration, blah, 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 working with the companies so that we're not picking up the tab for their power consumption. Then he lies about us being the hottest country in the world or whatever, and #1 in AI, which nobody cares. It's not good for regular people. It's not doing anything for us. It is artificially propping up the BS stock market that we have right now. That's it. It's good for Mark Zuckerberg. It's good for Elon Musk. Not good for regular people. And it damn sure isn't going to be good when the entire thing falls apart like the house of cards that it is. But you can't have it both ways. I mean, maybe you could. You could actually require that they pay for and produce their own electricity. I will bet you he does not do that, okay? That is easy money. He's not going to do it. You could, and it would be very popular to do so. This is a big hot button issue, not just electricity prices overall, but the connection to the data centers. At the local and state level, people are running their campaigns sort of centered around this. It is something that does need to be taken seriously. And this, by the way, all of these tweets, you might think, well, what's the point of covering these? He's not gonna do it. That's true. But it is an admission, an acknowledgement that this is what people actually want. And he's not gonna do it, and JD Vance isn't gonna do it. But Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC, whatever, whoever is going to run in 2028, this is actually the sort of thing that people want. They want on a national level policies as big and as bold, as willing to challenge the conventional wisdom, as we're seeing, for instance, in New York City with Zoran Mamdani. It's taking that commitment to doing something, trying something to get prices down and making it a national thing. And by the way, when you go to do that for real after 2028, Donald Trump will have greased the wheels a little bit for you. I mean, Fox is gonna freak out. You could literally retweet his tweet and they'll pretend that for some reason it's a communist act when AOC does it, but some of his voters will remember, and maybe they won't be as opposed to it as they otherwise would have.